Next, I would like to request our chairperson, Dr.Margret Lobo, music therapist, FRSA UK, to please present your views with the audience. Dr. Margret Lobo.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, your voice is audible.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to introduce you to our course director, Katherine Martain from the UK, who is the course director of ASHWAS and our training program, training Indian musician and music therapy. I would like to just say a few words and then I will hand right over to Katherine to thank Dr. Suri very much for inviting us this afternoon. It's been a great pleasure, and indeed for us both come from the West, it is indeed a great honor. And I would like to start saying that the positive attitude of everybody who has presented really gives us a feeling of a new dawn, a new hope. And I think out of this is something that we're all going to grow and learn from and hopefully become better human beings. The music is a universal language, and the virus, unfortunately, is also universal. So where better to have a universal language working in India, where the whole history of science, medicine, mathematics, music, history, there's so much in this country that has been there for thousands of years, is now calling us, telling us with Sanskrit, Vedic mathematics, the Mahabharata, all of it is there. And the history calling us, bring it back. So nothing is ever wasted, nothing. And what we, Katherine and I, would like to put across to you today is that music is universal for everybody, but particularly for India, where you have music in many languages, in many mediums. And what we have found is that music and healing for thousands of years has been very prominent in India and has been taken to the West. We're bringing back all of the knowledge we have and bringing it to fruition for the sake of humanity. So I'd like to introduce you to Katherine, who will give you a presentation on music therapy. Thank you very much. So I hand you over to Katherine.
Hello, me.
Yes.
It wouldn't let me unmute. Sorry about that. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. I'm going to screen share now.
Hello. Yeah, I'm sharing.
Hi. I'm going to talk to you about how music therapy can help with mental health issues in the lockdown situation. No man is an island entire of itself. Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main. This famous poem, written by John Donne nearly 400 years ago, sums up perfectly the basic human need for contact and interaction with others. During this time of the COVID-19 pandemic, there are many young people who will be feeling a sense of isolation that comes from a lack of direction due to being separated from their friends, their family, and their usual routine. Relying too heavily on technology and social media as a source of contact and comfort may actually serve to increase rather than decrease these feelings. It is all too easy to become caught up in dwelling on worrying. It has put so many people on hold, if not completely disrupted them. Pre-traumatic stress disorder in young people is now a very real mental health problem as they become increasingly anxious about the uncertainty of their career prospects and financial security, not to mention the very survival of our planet. Eckhart Tolle, one of the great spiritual gurus of our time, talks about how nothing ever happens in the past or in the future, but only ever in the now, and that learning to be present can enable us to let go of past regrets and cease worrying about the future. Music is a wonderful medium for enabling us to be truly present in the here and now. Whilst we are engaged in any musical activity, we are acting fully in real time, completely focused on the sounds and the actions required to make them. Our busy minds have no opportunity to engage with the constant stream of thoughts that usually occupy them and which often lead to stress and anxiety, particularly in these challenging times. For myself, playing my cello and singing has really helped to reduce my anxiety and maintain a healthy sense of perspective throughout this difficult period. So what is music therapy? It's impossible to sum up in one sentence, as there are so many different ways in which music therapists work depending on the setting, from tailor-made evidence-based interventions using specific tools in the field of neurologic music therapy, to less structured improvisational approaches used with children on the severe end of the autistic spectrum. Music therapists are trained in a number of different therapeutic music techniques and adopt the approach that is best suited to the client following a period of assessment. In a very general sense, music therapy is the use of sounds and music to improve the health and well-being of the client. A more detailed definition is given on this slide by the American Music Therapy Association. Music therapy is the clinical and evidence-based use of music interventions to accomplish individualized goals within a therapeutic by a credentialed professional who has completed an approved music therapy program. During my 6 years of working as a music therapist in low secure psychiatric settings, I found there to be an overwhelmingly positive response to music therapy. However, many people would say to me, I'm useless at music. My answer to this is that we are all essentially musical beings. Our bodies are naturally musical, with our rhythmic breath, our heartbeat, and our natural impulse to move to music. Unfortunately, many of us were conditioned into believing that we were no good at music. The two quotes, music has always been with us. Music is one of the longest standing self-prescribed therapies in history. It's everywhere we go and part of our everyday lives. Where would we be without music at parties, weddings, funeral and worship venues? For the young adults with whom I worked in psychiatric care, music was their lifeline to recovery. Clients would work towards a variety of different goals depending on their diagnoses, preferences and past musical experience. The tasks they carried out with the therapist's support included singing, songwriting and co-improvisation. None of these activities required the client to have any prior musical knowledge or skills. Engaging in these activities gave the clients a sense of optimism and purpose, something to look forward to the week. It also increased their feelings of worth and to become more in touch with their feelings as music became an important means of self-expression for them. Although the majority of clients weren't trained musicians, they appreciated the therapist meeting them where they were at musically and working at their level and pace. They valued the fact that they could feel completely free to express, to explore and experiment with the techniques without the fear of being judged negatively, which enabled them to feel accepted and validated. The comments shown on the slides are written feedback from the clients with whom I worked. Coming back to our young people today and the challenges they are facing during the lockdown period and beyond, we at Ashwas feel that music therapy has much to offer in terms of social, emotional and psychological support. What can young people with an interest in music do straight away to gain immediate positive benefits from it? These are just some of the ways. And all of these activities can help to focus young people's minds on the here and now, and so reduce their anxiety, provide a sense of purpose, and give them a meaning. So active listening to music is where the individual focuses just entirely on the music. How often do we actually really just listen to music instead of just have it on in the background? If they're listening to it in a relaxed state and really focusing on the music, it can help to stem the flow of negative thought patterns that tend to dominate our thinking when we're anxious. Songwriting and rapping are great means of expressing and releasing pent-up feelings. GarageBand or other such apps can be easily utilised to create backing tracks. Learning to play a musical instrument, preferably with a teacher, or by downloading one of the many Teach Yourself apps, can provide young people with a sense of purpose and achievement. So now I'd just like to tell you about Ashwas and our online therapeutic music programme. Ashwas Centre for Music Therapy is a newly formed organisation which aims to provide training, education and research in music therapy in India and beyond. Bearing in mind the particular challenges currently facing our young people, we have designed an online therapeutic music programme, the aim of which is to support and enhance emotional well-being in young adults and teenagers. The programme uses evidence-based tools such as breathing techniques, rhythm-based work, songwriting and guided imagery to develop self-understanding, emotional resilience, creativity and reduce anxiety. The four main areas in this programme are vocalising for self-expression, speech, self-awareness, relaxation and grounding. Rhythm-based activities, which includes call and response, which helps facilitate communication between therapist and client, and includes techniques such as imitating and dialoguing, which are used to help validate and encourage the client's playing and emotional expression. Drumming is used for emotional release. It is also beneficial for elevating moods and giving a sense of belonging. It helps to increase self-confidence and promote a healthy sense of self. Songwriting is a powerful tool for reflecting and processing thoughts and feelings. It provides a channel for expression of feelings and encourages cohesiveness and social interaction in a group setting. Music with art and movement adds different dimensions to self-exploration and creative processes and helps build confidence and self-awareness. We also offer the following training courses. There's a 1 hour free online orientation to music therapy presentation, a 15-hour introduction to music therapy course designed for anyone wanting to delve a little deeper into the therapeutic benefits of music. And then there's a 45-hour music therapy foundation course designed for teachers and healthcare professionals who want to know how they can use music as a therapeutic tool in their work. As well as the short-term programs, we have, for the last 10 years, been running a postgraduate diploma in music therapy, which enables graduates from this course to practice as clinical music therapists in a variety of settings. Thank you very much for listening. And if you'd like to find out any more about our organisation, please do visit our website, and there's an email address as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure listening to you. Thanks again.